Hello and welcome to the Dallas Weekly. Today, we are going to interview one of my very special guests. This is like one of the most special guests I've ever had, and I've got to do a few really great interviews lately, so I've been really proud of those interviews. But today, I get to interview Donna Driscoll, the Executive Vice President of Casting and Talent over at Kinetic Content. So, I'm Jeremiah Long, by the way, and I'm bringing you this Dallas Weekly interview. So, Donna, there's some big news here in Dallas. What is going on? Like, what is about to happen to us involving Love is Blind that we could be so excited about here in Dallas?
We are actively casting singles who are locals of Dallas, Texas for the next season of Love is Blind.
That is awesome. Okay, so just in case someone somehow has been living under a rock or does not have Netflix, what is Love is Blind?
Love is Blind is a social experiment made for television where we're trying to bring singles together that can establish an emotional connection first over a physical connection to prove that love is blind. So they'll essentially come to the experiment. They'll be in pods talking to each other for a period of time through a wall, and without having ever met, hopefully they'll fall in love and end up getting married.
That is terrific. And I know that our social media manager, Alexis, she was so excited that you were going to be on because it's one of her favorite shows. She was gushing about not only the show, but all of the really interesting personalities and how the people that are on the show really pull you in. So I feel like you, as the Executive Vice President of Casting and Talent, have something to do with who those people are on the show. So let me ask you this. Real quick, though, I wanted to ask, this is for real people, right? You're not looking for actors here, right?
1,000% not looking for actors. So everyone that you saw on the first season of Love is Blind, those are real people. Those are their real mothers and fathers. Those are their real friends. Those are their real lives. And so we're looking for everyday people who have a true desire to find a partner for life.
Wow, that's awesome. So in your idea of it, in the technical requirements and in the real requirements, what do people need to be thinking about if they are going to apply? Like, what's some good tips for applying?
I think the biggest tip that I could probably offer up would be to, if you are going to apply, you need to consider if you're willing to be an open book. There's a certain level of vulnerability and being comfortable in your own skin that you are going to need to go through this process. And so that's the best piece of advice I could give. You just need to come with an open heart, come with an open mind, and come with a true intention to find the love of your life. And that will set you up for success on the other side of the experiment.
That's awesome. And you said the casting call is officially open now. How long will you be casting?
Well, we'll have casting open for 6 more weeks. And at that point, we will close the applications, review what we have. So I've been getting a lot of DMs and a lot of questions through our Instagram account and asking how long or do I have to apply? The answer is apply now. Apply today. The team is actively in our database looking at applications every day and booking people and vetting people right now. So apply today.
So do they need to be local to the Dallas area? And what made you guys pick Dallas?
Okay, so 2 things. They need to be local to the Dallas area. And the reason why is that through our experience in the relationship show kind of space, relationships have a better chance for success on the other side of the experiment if they don't have to uproot their entire life to be with somebody. If they already, and another part of that is that we want them to have a really true support system. The experiment is so intense that it's really important that you have friends, family, and all of that can support you through this experience. And then also on the other side, when the cameras are gone, you don't have to uproot your entire life, and hopefully those 2 lives can come together.
That's awesome. You're really doing you're actually doing work that's going to produce new relationships, not only, past this, but I can only imagine like the relationships that the people have with the people they're watching and, their lives and how they could change after that. So, speaking more on a personal note, you are the executive vice president of casting and talent. How did you end up getting into being a casting director, and what's your experience? What's your background?
Well, I started from the bottom. I was an assistant. I started out at Mark Burnett Productions back in the day when The Apprentice, was real everyday people before it became like Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
And then I worked on Survivor and Amazing Race and in casting, and and then I started to kind of work outside of Mark Burnett and became a casting producer. And then I did a cooking show, The Taste, for Kinetic. And after that, they brought me on as their in-house casting director. So I've been there for 6 years now.
That's great. How do you like Kinetic, and how's the team there?
I love Kinetic. Kinetic is a great company. And I think the product that we put out on television is a really great product, and all of our concepts and creative endeavors in terms of the relationship space are incredibly romantic and inspirational. And so I just really love it. I was born on Valentine's Day, so it totally makes sense.
Oh,
but yeah, so I love Kinetic. Kinetic's a great place. And also I think that they're very passionate about the success of these couples on the other end of the experiment, because we also do Married at First Sight. And so I feel like, that's the most important part, is that the experiment works.
Well, congrats to Kinetic and to you and to your entire team, because you guys have had some amazing successes. And not only that, the genre that you guys are exploring, you're finding a unique niche inside of that genre that I don't think anyone's ever explored. And it comes from a place of such like soul and such heart and such, positivity. It's got a different vibe to it that I think obviously the results are showing people are really starting to gravitate towards that to a certain level that it's undeniable. You guys are here to stay.
Thank you so much. That means so much. Everyone works so hard. So I will relay the message, and thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, so for the people who are watching this wondering, okay, what do I do? How do I get involved? I'm going to recap just a couple of the real quick things. So you do need to be 21 years of age, right? And you do need to live in the Dallas area. And then applications are open right now. So where do they need to go if they do want to apply?
So they need to go to loveisblind.castingcrane.com. And the casting process, you'll fill out the application first. And then a member of the casting team will review the applications. We read every single one. So be sure to give the best answers you can. And then from there, you'll get booked for a Zoom or a Skype with a producer.
Oh, great. Wow. That's awesome process. And of course, we are encouraging everybody in the Dallas area. This is for real people, right? Looking for love. So everybody watching, if you're looking for love, and you're in the Dallas area, you're over 21, go to loveisblind.castingcrane.com. Donna's going to look at your application. We're going to see if we can get you linked up. So what if someone knows someone who would be great for the show? Can they nominate someone?
Absolutely. So our casting team, we have an Instagram account. And so if you do want to nominate someone, you can send us a link to their Instagram and say, I would love to nominate this person. They would be a great candidate for Love is Blind. Please reach out to them, and we will.
That is great. Well, okay, guys, you got to go do this. Go put your application in. I have been talking to Donna Driscoll, the Executive Vice President of Casting and Talent over at Kinetic Content, who are the ones who have been lovingly producing Love is Blind over at Netflix, which is this the going to be this is not the only show you guys have in production right now, right, too? Are you guys working on some other shows, too? Or can you talk about that yet?
Well, Married at First Sight is definitely one of our babies also, but I can't reveal any other secrets.
Oh. Well, you guys, go ahead and put your applications in now for Love is Blind. And if you need anything else from us, we are at the Dallas Weekly. We'll put all the information you need into the caption on this, including the link. And thank you guys so much for joining us. And thank you so much, Donna, for joining us here at the Dallas Weekly and bringing Love is Blind to Dallas.
Thank you. I really appreciate this. This is awesome.
Absolutely.